what happened at Delta?
A lot happened in Delta. You got wind on Friday, and then we got our hopes up Saturday morning. Track was good. It was nice weather, and then
For the morning block, right?
Yep.
So you got through your motos. Like, playing into what we said on the pre-race show, if you got a full set of motos in, if you wanted, you know, or not if you wanted, but you know, like for me, I raced my 2+25 motos in dry conditions, and then all hell broke loose after that.
Yeah, it was working
really
great.
big snowflakes.
Yeah, like it was working great. Like we dropped some gates, people got practice, they got to race twice, they're on their way back to the Wasatch Front, take their wife to lunch.
Yep.
And then we sent the 50s out in the worst conditions you could possibly imagine.
Yes.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
But props to everybody that raced in the mud. There's a lot to be learned and a lot to be gained. You know, again, like we talked in the pre-race show, you know, you're trying to give kids experiences, and you know the goal is to help people progress in things, and racing in the mud is only just teaching you. All it's doing is teaching you know, about it's teaching you things about your bike. It's teaching you things about yourself. You know, your mental fortitude and everything like that. So it's to suit up and go ride in the mud, to me, is pretty irreplaceable experience, in my opinion.
And
so
you're gonna get if you're going to the roads, you're gonna get a mud moto.
yeah.
If you're gonna race a dirt bike seriously, you're gonna get
race
them.
in mud.
Yeah, you can't just like, oh, I'm not riding. Like,
Yeah, well, you don't even have to take it as far as Loretta's. If you're talking about if you're serious about an RMX championship, you know, what happens when you see this weekend that we just had? Like, you gotta figure it out. You know,
yeah, there's some kids that went out and really just fought through it and salvaged some points. You know, they say you can't win a championship at round one, but you can lose it by not riding. So you can lose a championship by not riding. So the simple fact that kids went out and fought through it, it was just that. You know, Friday was a pretty good practice day. We had a little bit of wind. Came back at us on Saturday morning. It was good. It literally started about 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Right as we were staging the 50s is when it started to get the worst.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about Delta, but every time it rains at Delta, it rains the worst. Like, it's the worst conditions during the 50s. If the 50s were at 8 a.m., it would have rained at 8. If they were at 2, it snowed at 2. Like, it's Delta and it's 50s. But they did what they could. It was pretty impressive. Even the PW50s made it around a little bit. Sunday was a better day. Like, it was definitely started out sloppy and came around, but it was challenging.
Yes,
like,
it was.
The
It was very
conditions were
challenging.
impressive for the kids that got around them. So,
Yeah, it was deep. The dirt was heavy. It was just, it was
yeah.
tough to deal with.
Well, and we tried something new in the, we're back to our Sunday is really a Sunday now. It's not our Sunday's a Friday or whatever it was, but our Sunday's a Sunday. Our goal is to get a couple of long motos in on a Sunday and then get you on the road. We had to push practice back to 9:30 with the conditions, so we didn't get people on the road super early, and we get that. But the goal is to start practice at 8 a.m., start racing by 9. We threw in time qualifying for the pros. It was a lot of fun. Wasn't a huge open pro turnout. I think there was 12 total, but it was fun to time qualify for gate picks, a little bit of bragging rights down in staging, and then we went racing. And it was a good turnout. If Kawasaki doesn't give us more contingency days, they should, because
Seriously.
every single pro on the gate.
Besides this dipshit.
Yeah. Well, you and Safari.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you and Grant.
This bike was smoking too.
Yeah.
At the end of the race.
Gavin DNF.
Yeah, Gavin
Or he was
DNF.
rolling around in the infield.
Well, at the end of the day, the Cowies finished.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, Chunk did in the Moto 1, but
Yeah.
but yeah.
Remember that time we all beat Chunk at Delta?
Should we frame this?
I do.
Like you did? You already screenshot it?
Oh, I told him to his face.
Remember that time.
I didn't even finish, and I still beat him.
But it is funny. I mean, legitimately, like the pro class is all Cowies, except for Grant's on a gas, and you're on a Yamaha. and then it was all cows.
Mhm.
But it was cool. Turnout was lean. I get it. I mean, it was. And did it even get to 40 degrees today?
I don't know, maybe for a few minutes, but yeah. It was
It's
Next
clearly
to the
not
sun,
40
it
out
was.
there right now. Like, it's horrible. So, Open Pro was fun.
Mhm.
Chance Hymas stole the show, won everything. I mean, he.
But he didn't.
But he did.
Oh, that's right.
I got the overall.
Eh.
I went 1-2.
Okay, got it. 10-1.
Huh?
No, Chance is 10-1.
Oh.
I get it. 10-1 for fourth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Open Pro was fun. Like
was.
it worked. Time qualifying.
Mhm.
We're gonna make sure that works again at Skyline, and then we're gonna start advertising our Pro Challenge and how we're gonna do it. So it's probably gonna be well worth your while if you're an A rider to make sure you're ready for some 20-minute motos on a Sunday at RMX, because the payout will be there and it'll be worth it, and it'll start with Twilla.
Yep.
So that was Open Pro. Sticking with the big bikes, who has Open Am, all that kind of stuff. Oh, I do. Amateur All-Star. Casey Clinton, 2-1. Hayden Morgan.
Yeah, Hayden
1-3.
Morgan had a breakout weekend.
Rushing it.
For sure. I don't know if it was the mud, or I don't know if we'll see him do that on dry conditions too. Whatever it was, he had a breakout weekend.
Could it be that he had 96 hours on his other dirt bike?
That could be it. Now he's
I
on a
mean,
brand new one now.
Yeah,
Very
he was
well
on a
could be.
fresh motorcycle.
Yeah.
Looked good.
Yeah, and I just think he rode the nasty conditions really well. I caught him a few times just doing different things in the mud and the really heavy sand, and he was moving the bike and he was in control, and so yeah,
Yeah, he rode good. Like I'm impressed with what he has going on.
Yeah, and then Casey Clinton, obviously Casey was ahead of him,
Yeah.
and like we've said before, Casey is just so solid and
Mhm.
smooth, and he's just always in control of his bike, and so a nasty weekend like this, he's just gonna be solid and consistent.
And Casey switched to gas. Seems like the bike's working for him.
Yeah.
Gabe Niederhauser, like on Saturday.
Mhm.
You know, it's a long moto, Open Am.
Yeah.
They did 10 laps, 2-minute lap time. I mean, pushing
Mhm.
a 20-minute moto. Gabe, finished second.
Yep.
Went to Loretta's last year in the C class. Put his head down apparently and just worked hard.
Yeah.
So Gabe was second. Cade Christensen again, like we
Yeah.
talked about what he did at
Yeah.
Mesquite.
Those guys had a great battle in the second moto.
Mhm.
The top three there.
Jesse James, Gage Sager.
Mhm.
Like Gage, I think caught on to what's going on with RMX at
Mhm.
Mesquite,
Yep.
and came to Vegas, or from Vegas to Delta,
Mhm.
and Gage is going fast. Connor Lords rode his 125 to 6th on Open Am.
Nice.
That's
good
cool.
ride for him. Yep.
Connor's a good kid.
Mhm.
I think he still has a super mini. And he had a 6. The Hammer, Jason Hammer, took 7
Yeah.
in Open Am. Good for him. T Ancum, like T an 8. But that's a lot of laps for T. 10 laps, stay on 2 wheels.
That's a lot of laps for T, and T's a dirt bike. That's a lot going on there.
He'll figure it out. Hopefully.
I have faith in T. We all like T.
He's
T.
a hard worker.
T's a good kid. T goes fast, tries hard, hits the ground, goes fast, tries hard again, hits the ground. But I'm telling you, T's gonna put it together.
I think he will.
Yeah. Race in Ogden was 9th. Bane Leslie, guest appearance from American Falls, had a top 10. So Open Am was going fast. We could keep going deeper, but I know we need to kind of skip around a little bit. Another big turnout in 85cc racing. Like that's where it's at. 85s. We had to split practice. Right? We had 85 advanced, 85 beginner. We have to split practice now. 60 bikes in open practice on a Friday is not safe.
No.
We have 2 levels of 85cc practice, and then they still show up in huge numbers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so 85cc 7 to 11 looks like a Trinity Bachelor. He went 1-1, and then the kid is he's cruising. His corner speed is on.
His
point.
momentum, his rolling speed
Yeah.
is really, really good. But
Yep.
yeah, but then look at the young, like the guys coming up behind him.
Yeah, like Jay Stott.
Yeah, Luke
Ty
Daniels.
Phillips.
2-2 for Luke Daniels, yeah.
2-2.
Luke went 2-2.
2-2, yep. And then Jay Stoss, 6'4", Tyven Phillips. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good stuff right there.
Dude, I'm pumped for Luke.
Yep.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, twin brothers on a 65.
Yeah.
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 I mean, Luke,
Yeah.
Luke could be in 65, 7 to 9.
Yep.
And he went 2-2 in
Yep.
85, 7 to 11.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Mhm.
That's, watch out
Yep.
for Luke.
Exactly. And you're looking right now, you have in 7 to 11, you have, 23 bikes. 85, 12 to 15, you have 18. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That
That's
goes into
impressive.
What we're saying about the 85. And then you
Everett
have 40
Clark.
super minis.
Yeah.
Did Clark win every moto he raced at Delta? Did Story get him once?
He may have.
Oh yeah, Story did get him once.
Story got him once.
Right here.
Again, we talked about him at Mesquite, about Mesquite. I'd like to meet this little Story kid. Like, he's flying. Like, it's 2 rounds of RMX, 821 on the Husky. He's moving.
Mhm.
So what did he?
Oh wait. I think Everett only got beat in Schoolboy 1.
Right, but he got second.
Yeah, that's a 125. He didn't lose to an 85.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Everett.
Yep.
Yeah, he's really
Everett
really
is
good.
railing.
Mhm.
Yeah. That little dude is riding his dirt bike well. You know, he was one of those little guys that has always went fast, but just had to stay off the ground.
Mhm.
So to see him win 6 motos at Delta,
Mhm.
like, watch out.
Yeah, and where did
Watch out. If he's always going to go fast. And now if he goes fast and stays up, watch out.
yeah, and where did Grayson Townsend end up in his motos? Because I think that's worth a shout out to drive from Texas, and then show up and race. You know, that's
Yeah.
tough to do. I think he showed up right in time for his first,
Second
I think,
motos.
right.
He missed first motos,
Mhm.
and then he got here with last gate pick in 85, 7 to 11. So he did not start 3.
Yep.
Yeah, so I
So,
think that's
That's
notable.
after an 18-hour drive.
In no practice to show up on the line and,
Yeah.
and go. That's, you know,
That's
regardless
cool.
of your position, that's pretty cool. So I think that was worth a
Yeah.
shout out.
So he raced on Friday at Freestone. Dad drove all night.
Mm-hmm.
They rolled in here and made that morning block afternoon, like the second set of motos.
Yep.
So did not start 3. So yeah,
Yep.
pump for Gray. That's
And
impressive.
You know, Tyven Phillips, he's just getting more and more, consistent. Been riding for how long?
A year.
A year, a little over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-7.
3-7 for 4.
That's cool.
Yeah, good ride for him.
That is one of the nicest kids I've ever met.
Oh yeah.
He just,
Every single
Yeah.
day, how are you doing, sir?
just wants to be friends with everybody
Yeah.
and just wants to have fun.
Yeah. J Motor Part 2.
Right.
If you want to know what's going on in the pits, you used to ask J Motor.
Yeah.
Now J Motor's in Florida.
Tyven, yeah.
Just ask Tyven.
Uh-huh.
He can tell you what anyone had for dinner. Like, he is everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. But yeah, he's going fast, so that's cool.
Yep.
12 and 15. Everett Clark show. But look at little
Yeah.
Dan and Reed. 3-2. Dannon had a good moto. Or motos. Good weekend.
Yeah. 3-2.
Wyatt
for-
Story's up there. Cohen
Looks like-
Jackman's up there.
Yeah.
Mikey Hill.
Mikey Hill.
Davis Daniels.
Yep.
Parker Miller.
Looks like
That's
those
cool.
guys are just swapping around moto scores.
I think we're
it's
going to
just-
see it.
It's it's like McCoy said in the Mesquite one. It's just you throw, you put those 7, and you
I'm
shake
not
them up
a-
and throw them wherever.
I'm not afraid to, like, say how it is. I think Everett's the kid to beat. Like, I know Coy's a little
Right
more
now, yeah.
Coy's more politically correct than I am, and Coy's going to be like, oh, we're going to shake up 7 of them. Like, I'm not trying to put a bullseye on Everett, but I think Everett
Yeah.
is, if Everett gets a start, he's got the best lap times, he's the kid to beat. I'm not knocking on any of the other 7 or 10.
No, because they're close. Like
Mhm.
you
Yeah, they're
somebody,
damn close.
Somebody puts in some work during the week or whatever, and like that,
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden,
I watched that moto, Gray Townsend started second,
yeah,
and he ran the pace.
Yeah.
Like, he's there. He's right there. And
Yeah.
he can strike and get a moto
Yeah.
win. Dannon can get a moto win at any given time.
Anytime,
If
yeah.
Dannon gets out front,
Mhm.
like, that's not going to be
He's-
an easy pass for anyone.
yep,
I mean, Jace Allred is clearly the super mini guy to beat, but he wasn't here this weekend. He was in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Everett Clark winning 6 motos,
Yeah.
in my most humble opinion, has established himself as the elite 85 rider right now.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's not
Yep.
by much. It's
Yeah.
not by much.
No.
You know, it's not like the gate drops and Everett's gonna win, but
Yep.
he is the guy to beat right now.
It-
So it'll be interesting to see who steps up, because somebody's going to.
Yep.
I think somebody's gonna step up and start stealing some motos from him. You know, it'll be fun to see who that is.
Yeah, and it's not because Everett's going to lose speed. It's because
Right.
someone's
Yep.
going to find a second.
Yep.
They need a second, and there's a handful of them. Colin Jackman can do it. Dannon can do it. Gray can do it. Trini Batchelor can do it. Parker Miller can do it. Wyatt
Yep.
Story.
Yeah.
Wyatt goes the pace. I mean, I haven't got to watch him a lot. He just has a few mistakes. And part of that could be our tracks are a little rougher, a little gnarlier than most. And I think the more anyone rides with us, it'll smooth out for him, right?
Agreed.
And I'm not, by no means am I trying to put a bullseye on Everett. I'm trying to give him props
Yeah.
for what he's doing because Everett has done something, and
Yeah.
I think it's impressive what he's doing, and I'm excited to watch it continue, and I'm excited to watch what Everett does at Loretta's because I know like we haven't even hit regionals yet and area qualifiers in some cases, but he'll qualify and he'll do something cool. So I'm impressed to see that, but I mean that 85 class is stacked.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
Stacked. How many of them make it to Loretta's this year?
Whew, that'll be an
Can 10
interesting
do
number
it?
to see. I think 10 can do it.
I mean, you look at it, I think 10 can. There's 12 spots out west. Someone better get to Colorado next weekend and get through an area qualifier for the South Central.
Yeah.
And then go to Freestone and take some South Central spots. Because from this little community, those 85s can take 10 out of the 12 spots.
Yep, I agree.
I mean, with all the different classes, I guess there's technically more than 12 with mini senior 1, mini senior 2,
Yeah.
9 to 12. I don't know, there's like, whatever, like 85 through 40 plus or something. There's some dudes that can ride that. But it's, there's a lot of 85 classes, but I think there's 10 kids that can get in. So 85s are stacked.
They are stacked.
Yeah,
It's gonna be that way all year.
yeah. But I mean, the 65 numbers were good.
Yeah, 65 numbers were good, and then start. Everybody combined 85 Open. Camden Eicher got the win in 65 Open. Here, Max Daniels was second, so Luke's twin. So Luke did cool things on an 85. Max is doing cool things on a 65. Rocco Camberlango got third. I don't know that we've seen his name in a top 3 really ever, so he's
He
riding
rode
really good. So
Yeah.
Kane Markham, so he's another Boise kid that's starting to find some speed. Cash Bollinger had a 5th, Traxton Phillips 6th, Logan Maurer 7th, Crew Osgathorpe 8th, Nicholas Robinson, Ryder Shaw. So maybe the mud shook some things up, maybe it didn't, I don't know, but that's kind of an interesting shake-up in the 65 Open class. And then,
Well, and I think that you're looking at 65 Open single moto because
Yep.
we had to run a single moto, right? If you look at 65 Open on Sunday, 65 All-Star, Max Daniels went 2-1, Rocco went 1-3, Cash went 6-2, Weston Gearhart went 4-6. That's pretty cool for Weston. Nixon Greenhall went 8-4 for 5th overall. So the mud definitely mixed some things up.
yeah,
Trax Phillips went 7-5. He was leading a moto.
nice.
He led 2 laps.
That's good for him.
That was his style, right?
Yeah.
Like rip a whole shot, his feet are in the right position, he rides the bike the right way, and
He hit the uphill triple. Told me.
in the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But he's 7, so
Yeah.
he hit the uphill triple, then he hit the ground. So, but
Yeah.
Trax went 7-5, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Logan Maurer 310, like he had a 3. You were thinking he had a shot at the overall, and then the mud got him. So 65s are deep. Nicholas,
Yeah.
Nicholas Robinson 9-7. Camden Eicher. I don't know what happened. We got Ash Richard. We dropped a gate.
Yeah, missed a moto.
Yeah, he entered because we can point at the track now because we're really in Delta. He entered from his camp.
Yep.
We were 2 laps in, and he come
Yep.
from underneath the fence. So I don't know if Richard was taking a nap. I don't know what was going on in the Eicher camp. We asked Jackson on the radio. He had no idea why his brother wasn't out there.
Yep.
But that definitely hurt
Yep.
Camden's chances with the 5
Yep.
team. So Yeah, it was deep. There
Yeah.
was 20 plus kids even on a Sunday in the mud.
Yeah, but and as shaken up as that was,
Delta, see, we're in Delta.
65 Open that I'm looking at, Camden Iker 1, Max Daniels 2, Iker 1 his 65 10 to 11 moto, Max Daniels 1 his 79 moto. So that's pitting the two classes against each other, and then those two went 1 2. So that's pretty cool.
Wouldn't it fair to say 65s all year long, Camden, Max,
I would
are
think
going to be
it's
fun to
looking
watch.
that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that can happen, but Camden and Max. Yeah. So, I mean, we're not trying. We're only 2 rounds in.
Yep.
You know, and again, we talked about Everett in the 85s,
Yeah.
Camden, Max on 65s. Gab, you watch some 50 motos. Help us out.
Yeah. We'll start
Just
with
yet.
the Yamaha PW50 on Saturday. I think that was just a race that's who could keep their bike running the whole
Right.
time.
Well, to be clear, hold on. You can't call that a race. It was just who could keep their bike running because it was a 3-lap moto, but no one could do 3 laps. So at the end of 2 laps, the checkered flag just came out. So one young man did 2 laps. Everyone else pushed their bikes across and was scored on the position that they were in lap 1.
But
Don't you want to do this, Sam?
Sounds like something fun.
But I will say, looking at the PW50 results, Shad Sweeten won the moto, Levi Brace got second, and those two crushed it in the mud the entire
Yeah.
time. Because then they got on their 4 to 6 bikes and they crushed it again. Levi ran away with the 4 to 6 moto in the mud. It was fun to watch those guys.
We met that little dude when he came to the Preston boot camp
Yeah.
for Loretta's,
Yeah.
or just come up for the week. And we talked about how he rode a motorcycle the right way,
He did, right on. Yeah.
and it's paying off.
It's paying off for him.
And when you ride in the mud, technique and riding style make a big difference,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed. He just couldn't keep the dirt bike running. Mud motos, PW50 parents, put some grease around the spark plug cap, keep the water out of it. That's why they short out and die. Coy and I did this. We took this serious. And Coy went to Loretta's on a PW50. We got this. We know all the tricks. Put a lot of grease around the outside of the spark plug cap, keep the water out of it, keep the bike running. We'll actually get 3 laps in next time. What else you got, Gav?
Got 50 Open, another mud. Riding Morgan, Ry's been sending it lately. I think he's picked up a lot of speed. First year on a senior,
Yes.
I think, right? Maybe
Is
second,
this his first
yeah.
year on a senior?
He's a 7-year-old.
Yeah. That's some. That's gonna get shaken up a lot. Ry Morgan, Chance Sharon, and Rhett Stott. I think those are the fastest 3 right now.
Sharon
And
couldn't
holy cow, they are gonna. Yeah, who knows what one of them's gonna do every
We
moto.
thought something was wrong with Sharon's bike today
Uh-huh.
in the mud moto. His glove was muddy and he couldn't
You could
twist
twist the throttle.
That's
It
7-year-old
shows
racing.
you, yeah. So that goes back to my comment about the PW50s at Mesquite, right? Like you're just having fun. Like you're dealing with a kid so little that he can't twist his own throttle when he gets mud on his gloves. So
There was nothing wrong with the dirt bike. He just couldn't twist the throttle. His glove was so muddy. That was phenomenal. That made my whole day. And my favorite part about that was, and if you know Chance, like he's sharp, right?
he knows.
He was not happy about this. He stopped in that puddle in the center of it and made his parents come to him. He's already muddy. Like he could have stopped on dry dirt. He parked dead center inside that mud puddle and made Matt walk to him. Matt and Casey had to go to him. You could say, oh, that's cute, like that's where he stopped. No, Chance knew what he was doing. He was messing with Matt. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right? Like so, and I'm proud of him for it, because
Yeah.
someone should mess with Matt.
He needs
So,
to be missed.
but yeah, Chance, that group right there.
Yeah,
is
they're gonna
mix it
go.
up.
Yeah, because Rhett today, so Sunday, killed it in the mud. He
Yeah.
ran away with the
Told you it
50
wasn't
motos.
even money.
He told me it wasn't muddy. He did. I said, you must be a really good mud rider. It wasn't muddy.
There you go. That's the
All right,
mindset you
there
need.
you go.
There's the mindset you need. And we were missing Sawyer. We were missing Asher.
Yeah, missing some really good riders.
Mhm.
Abreu, they were all
Yep.
in Texas. So.
Yeah. But it was cool. Rhett got a moto win.
Yep.
Rai got the overall in the 50 All-Star side of it, because
Mm-hmm.
Rai went 2-1. Rhett went 1-2. Chance went 4-3. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, 50 racing is pretty cool, and the 4 to 6 class. I mean, the numbers were lean. Like,
Yep.
if there's fair weather racers, it should be the 50 riders.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Adversity, make your kid tough, send them out in the mud. They're 6. I mean,
Yeah.
I can say that now because Coy's not here.
Yeah.
We forced him to do that, but it's just not necessary. Ride your dirt bike when it's fun. But I think it's going to be cool to see
I
what we
agree.
got because the 4 to 6 class, Landon Hyde, he's going good.
Yep.
The 50s are there.
They are.
So, but Delta was unique. I mean, snow, rain,
It was, you
wind,
had everything, literally, pretty much everything.
everything. Parking's tight here. It's the most complicated parking lot we have. People were pretty good about it. I mean, there was people parked in the feed lot. The guy was trying to feed his cows, going around campers. Pit riding was under control. Like, it was cool. Like, no pitter issues. None.
Amazing.
No.
I
Met
think
Chase.
I turned mine on.
No. Well, after last year, you shouldn't, Sam.
I thought about it when I was coming down yesterday, like, maybe.
Everyone's in their
No,
campers
yeah,
again.
no dust.
Yeah.
Was paying
No
attention.
dust.
If you are going to ride a pit bike at Delta, ride it when it rains. Like, we hate dust. Like, ride it when it rains. Don't ride it when it's dusty and the wind's blowing already. Like, lesson learned from broke amateur racing. Yeah, that's how Chase and I met last year. First time we ever met. I was just trying to figure out who the 12-year-old was on a pit bike making a dust bowl. And it was Chase and Sam.
Grown men on kid bikes.
Combined, it was like 9 12-year-olds together. If you guys add up your age and divide it by 12, there was like 5 of you up there. But yeah, I mean, it was, the parking lot's a mess. There's smudge pots everywhere. Yeah, it is what it is, but it was good.
It was an awesome weekend. I loved it, personally.
It's Delta.
It's Delta, and then at Sunday was amazing. Like, just with the long motos and the rough track. It's, man, we keep going to that like preparation side of it. It was so fun.
At the end of the day, like, we could have got on Instagram Saturday night and we could have hyped it and said we have the best track crew ever and we have the best equipment and we have all the best, because some people do that on social media. Matt Walker. And at the end of the day, we're not going to say anything. We're just going to go out and do what we did Saturday night. We're going to turn around and do it again Sunday morning and look at the track now and tell me we don't have the best. Sorry. It just is what it is. So, yeah. I'm sure they do it really good in Georgia, but we're pretty happy what we do here in our little janky motocross series. So, it's cool. No hype, just results. So, and the numbers were here again. Like, the diehards were here. The forecast said 90% chance of rain and snow. Like, if this is the turnout with a 90% chance of rain and snow, what is round 2 at Delta going to be if the weather is good? Like, can we park? Like, are we going to be parking at the high school and shuttling people over here? Like, are we going to limit you to, like you can't even put your awning out? We're just stacking them in like sardines. Like, what is the plan for round 2 Delta?
It'll be interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, people gonna start showing up on Tuesday. Like, but it is cool. It was good. It was Delta. Dirt bike. We talked 50s, 60s, 80s. We talked big bikes. We talked pro racing. We haven't talked vet racing. There's some fun dudes that have showed up in the vet class, and we shouldn't just call him a vet. Gray Davenport's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
He's
better
back.
Yeah,
He's
the
going
whole
fast.
pro class is in trouble. Like, watch him ride a dirt bike.
Jeez, he's
Like,
so good.
yeah, Gray's back.
He is.
Like I'm excited that Gray Davenport is back. There was a group of guys parked way up there. They didn't care where they parked. They just wanted to park together. There's like 6 or 7 rigs. Kip Posey's up there. I know he's still a little busted up, but he was just here watching. There's a group of guys that raced Bunkerhill 20 years ago.
Yep.
And they were just happy to be back here. And I thought that was cool. And Gray is not one of the vets just rolling around. Gray was running top 3
Yep.
in the open pro motos. Wait till he's ready to do 20-minute motos.
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
I think a lot of the pro class is in trouble because Gray didn't lose too many motos in his prime.
When you was ready, he was
Yep.
he was impressive.
And-
Smooth, it's easy. I don't want to. It's easy for him, and I don't want to say that as discrediting him in any way. That's a compliment. He's so smooth and oh my gosh, he's so fun to watch ride. So yeah, when he gets a little more fit, a little more ready, he's dangerous for sure.
Well, it's a mutter, right, on Sunday. Weird things develop, little kickers, little bumps. You watch people get out of whack, and you're like, whoa, that was close, right? Gray hits the same bump, and he just corrects the motorcycle and keeps going at the same pace as if it wasn't there. Like, it really comes easy to him. Like, he worked his ass off when he was young, and the fact that he rode a dirt bike the right way and he worked his ass off, Gray did some pretty impressive things. And I have a feeling that as a vet rider, it's coming back to him quick.
Yep.
It's impressive because I know he hasn't been on a bike much.
Yep.
He had Maddox out on Friday practice. Gray gets it. I am 99% sure he did not send him out today.
I know.
Like,
he did.
Gray saw no benefit in sending the 5-year-old around Bunkerhill today.
Yeah.
But the next time the conditions are good, he'll send Maddox. But yeah, Gray Davenport is back. And that's cool to me.
It is.
Like, that means a lot. So, vet racing was cool.
Good.
Zach Evans, I think, is the guy to beat. He just kind of rolls, doesn't he? You guys are vet racers. Like, he just quietly kicks your ass, Sam.
When he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
He just goes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. He's in the 45 class, and then he drops down to 25 and takes money from you or trophies. Like, it's impressive. So, Zach Evans is going fast. Toby Moses is out there. Abe, Mingo. It's just cool. Just good guys. That's what's cool. Have you ever watched, like, Vet Moto ends and, like, everyone stops? Like, just has a little debriefing down there. It's so cool. Like, we need to mic that up. Like, I want to hear what Brock Stout has to say.
He was so pumped.
What does Brock have to say after he wins a moto?
Loved it.
When was the last time Brock won a moto?
It's been a minute.
Like, a while.
30 C at least.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, so Brock won a moto, and he visibly looked pumped. I can only imagine what Brock had to say. Yeah. I would like to kind of be part of that, but Delta, it happened. It went well. We really are in Delta. Pre-race show, Mesquite, Delta, all a wrap. Skyline, new track for RMX is next. Good people, great location. People see Kuna, Idaho, it's Boise. We're going to Boise. We loved going to OMC in the past. We've just outgrown that parking lot.
Yeah.
We just don't fit. We got to find a way to get back to OMC in the future because OMC is a phenomenal track.
Yep.
Good dirt, great location right downtown. Kuna is a little bit out of town. Gives us a little bit more parking. We're excited. So round 3's headed at us. It'll be round 1 of the north. And then the schedule's out. It's there. We'll see you guys in Boise.
Yep.
What else, Gav?
I think we covered it.
Will you be ready?
Yeah.
Can
I'll be
you
ready?
finish 10 laps?
Yeah.
2 motos.
2 motos.
Yeah, what happened? Why did you park and wait at the finish line?
I don't have fitness yet, man. I came in I don't know, Riley told me just chill out this weekend.
So, wait a minute. He told you to go slow so he could take your money. Okay, don't listen.
Solid move.
Real bad.
I didn't even plan on racing until
You're a
like
complete
Tuesday.
rookie to the pro class.
Yeah.
Don't listen to another pro to tell you to chill out and go slow.
No, we'll be good for Boise. Finish
Don't-
2 motos.
Don't talk to any of the pros. Chill out and go slow. How much money did I make today? Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. It's a wrap. It was fun. Thank you, Broke Amateur Racing. Sticking around. You guys got a long drive. We got families to get home to. Good people. See you in Boise.